If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay, welcome to lecture 8 of GATE Engineering Math Linear Algebra classes. So in continuation with our last class, we will be solving questions on 33 onwards. So 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 and 38 I have taken. Let me see how much I can complete. Let's start. So what is given in 33? The sum of the diagonal elements of a 2 cross 2 symmetric matrix is minus 6. Then the maximum possible value of the determinant of the matrix is. It is a 2 cross 2 matrix and it is symmetric. So symmetric means whatever is there, it should be here. So if I assume this is C or B, then this one should be also B. And the sum of this plus this diagonal element sum is given minus 6. So if I consider one is A, then next one will be minus 6 minus A. So finally it will looking like A, this one B, B, and this is minus 6 minus A. Because the sum of these two should be minus 6. That's what they have given. Now the determinant of this one. So if you take determinant of this one, it will be A minus 6 minus A minus B square is equal to 0. Or if you consider it, then it will be minus 6A minus A square then minus B square equal to 0. So if you do it, then it will be, if I want to, it is A square plus B square, no, not equal to 0. This is my determinant. So if I take minus common, then it is A square plus 6A plus B square. Now whenever they are asking for finding any maximum value, minimum value, you try to, if it is a quadratic, if you try to make it a perfect square. So in order to make it a perfect square, I will make it plus 9 minus 9 plus B square. Then it will be A plus B whole square, because it is 2AB, 2 into 3 you can write into A. So 3 square I have given. So it will be A plus 3 whole square minus 9 plus B square. Now if you remove the bracket, it will be A plus B whole square minus B square. This is the expression for delta. That is the determinant. Now you can see the determinant here. This is positive, this is positive, this is also positive. So the positive things are going to be deducted from 9. So it will be reducing from 9. It will reduce the 9. So what will be the maximum value? This will be maximum when these are minimum, when these two are at minimum. So what is the minimum value of a square? Of a perfect square, minimum value is always 0. Because it will be always positive. It cannot be negative. So the minimum it can reach is up to 0 when A is equal to minus 3 and B is equal. Otherwise it will be always positive. So 9 minus 0, 9. So the maximum value of delta max is 9. So 9 is the answer. Now if you go back to our next question, that is 34. So if you come to 34 now, 34 they have asked you, we have a set of 3 linear equations in 3 unknowns, x, y, they are equivalent, not equivalent, then which of these are true? P, they are saying that there is a unique solution, P is showing unique, Q is showing linearly independent, okay, and R is showing all the eigenvalue coefficient matrix are non-zero, all the eigenvalues of the coefficient matrix are non-zero, then S is showing the determinant of the coefficient matrix is non-zero. So now first you can see the linear independent. We have already discussed linear independent means they are not linearly dependent. They are not linearly dependent means each one is a unique equation. So they have given 3 unique equations for 3 unknown. So obviously we will have a solution. So Q will obviously imply that P has a unique solution. Now if P has a unique solution, now when does unique equations exist? When the determinant is not equal to 0. That means S is correct. One more thing you can say, if it is a unique solution, then what should be the rank? The rank should be, because it is a unique solution, P is unique, therefore the rank should be equal to number of unknown, that is 3. Once the rank becomes 3 of a 3 cross 3 matrix, coefficient matrix, I am looking about coefficient matrix now. So it will be something of this fashion, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Once it becomes this, then what is the determinant of this one? Because it is a lower triangular matrix. So determinant is obviously not, that is 1, 1, 1. I am writing just one hypothetically, it may be other. So determinant is not equal to 0. So next is R. The eigenvalues of the coefficient matrix are non-zero. Now you already seen, if it is a lower triangular matrix, then what is the eigenvalues? These eigenvalues are these diagonal elements. So the eigenvalues of the matrix are non-zero. Therefore it is not equal to 0. Because in case of lower triangular or upper triangular, any triangular matrix, the eigenvector is the diagonal elements, only the diagonal elements. So that you can see the diagonal elements are 1. 1 I have taken hypothetically, that may be 2, 3, whatever, but these are not, the eigenvalues are non-zero. So it is also correct statement. So P also represents your R. So all these are same, equal. They are equivalent statement. One complements another one. So option A is the correct one. Now if I go for 35 now, what is the maximum value of A such that this has a linearly independent eigenvectors? Now for linearly independent eigenvectors, let me write it. -3, suppose for eigenvector I am writing. So what is for eigenvector? A minus lambda I into x equal to 0. This one was the, or Ax equal to lambda, this was is the original equation, then you can go to this one. So this is 0, -2, 1, -1 minus lambda, 0, 0, A minus 2 minus lambda, and then the eigenvector x1, x2, x3, and then the homogeneous, then it is 0. Now you can see, if you look this one, this is nothing but a homogeneous simultaneous equation. I have already discussed so many times about this simultaneous equation. These are all homogeneous equation. Why it is homogeneous? Because this is 0. This 0, I think question number 3 and other questions are there. I don't know the numbers. You can check it earlier lectures. We have already discussed in homogeneous equations. So for homogeneous equations, 0 is always a solution. So one solution is that x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x3 equal to 0. All are equal to 0. But you need linearly independent eigenvectors. This is an eigenvector. So this is not linearly independent eigenvector. Or you are not getting more than one, all are 0. That is only one solution. So for what do you need now in homogeneous equations? In these equations, for having 3 linearly independent eigenvector, 3 answer you need. So you need infinite solutions. Because in homogeneous you cannot have unique solution. Unique solution is this one, 0 solution, which is not desirable here. Here we need 3 independent. So you need 3 independents. For 3 independent, you need to have many other solutions, so that from that you can take 3 independent. So for that you need to approach to infinite solution. So for infinite solution, in terms of rank, you can think of, if you think rank should be less than unknown, less than 3. So you can try to find the rank of this one. I will explain another one after doing this one, another method by checking determinants also, because I have already explained the rank method earlier. So I will explain the rank one only. To find the rank, what I will do, I will interchange the positions of R2 and R1, because I want to keep the 1 in the upper side. So if it is 1, 0, -2, sorry, R2. So 1 minus lambda, 0, -3 minus lambda, 0, -2, then 0, A minus 2 minus lambda. Now here also I have found some confusion of some students. Suppose it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 8, 9, whatever. Now first this is one given. Okay, that is done. If it is not given, you divide by, suppose it is 5, so you divide by 5, then it will be 1. Now to make it 0, you always take help of the upper one. So R2 will be always worked with R2 and R1. Here you have to multiply it by 4. Getting it now? So for this one to make 0, again you will take help of this one only, the upper one only. R3 is represented by minus R3 minus 3 into R1. So every time you will be taking help of this above one. For this making 0, you will take help of this, for this also. Now after that, what you will go, you will come to this, so you will make this is 1. So to make this one 0, you will take help of this. So you will take, every time you will take help of the above one. If it is 0, you will find a 1 on top of it. If it is not on top of it, then the next top of it. It is on top of this, it is top. So you have to go to the toppest level where 1 is there. You have to use that 1 to make it 0. Okay, irrespective of this one. Now what I have to do here? Here I have to make it 0. So I will take R2 is represented by R2 minus 3 minus lambda into R1. So if you do it, I think you will get 1 minus lambda 0 minus 0. This will be 0. Then if I take minus common, it will be 3 plus lambda into 1 plus lambda. You can check it out. And then it is 0 a minus 2 minus lambda. Now what is my job? My job is next to make it 1. But I will not make it 1 because 1 doesn't make any sense. I just need to find the rank, so I will make it 0. You could divide it by this one, it will make it 1. So I to do divide, divide is okay, but I need to find the rank, so just I am calculating for this one. So I am skipping that one. So R3 will be replaced by R3 minus R2. This is my R2, so you have to divide it by 3 plus lambda 1 plus lambda. Once you divide this by this becomes 1, but you need to make it a, so multiplied by a. So once you do this one, it will be 0, 3 plus lambda 1 plus lambda, then it is minus 2, 0, 0. Then it will be something, I am writing it here, this portion. It will be minus 2 minus lambda minus 2 by 3 plus lambda 1 plus lambda into a. So if you simplify it, it will be 1 plus lambda, 2 plus lambda, 3 plus lambda minus 2a divided by 3 plus lambda into 1 plus lambda. 1 minus is there in front. So we will get it something like this fashion. Now to rank, make it the rank. What our intention? Our intention was rank, to make the rank less than 3. So how it will be less than 3? If this becomes 0. If this becomes 0, then you see this entire row will become 0. Then the number of non-zero rows will be 2, which will be less than 3. So to make it 0, so if it is 0, then what you will get? You will get 2a is equal to this one, 1 plus lambda, 2 plus lambda, 3 plus lambda. If you multiply it, you will get minus half lambda cube, 6 lambda square, 11 lambda plus 6. Now what they are asked? They have asked to find the maximum value of a. Now how to find the maximum value? Again, it is not a quadratic equation that you can make it a perfect square, then you can try, because it is not a quadratic like the last year one, like the last question. So what you can do here, you can use the concept of differentiation for maximum value. So you need to find maximum value of r. You can remember maximum minima. To find maximum minima, what we do, we differentiate with respect to lambda, then make it 0. Because I am making it 0, that's why I am not considering that minus this one half. So it will be 3 lambda square plus 12 lambda plus 11 equal to 0. Once you solve it using Sridhar, that is minus b plus minus root under b square, minus b 12. B square minus 4 into a into c, or if it is no, it is not factorizing, it divided by 2 into 3. If you solve it, you will find it is minus 2 plus minus 1 by root 3. Okay, if it is minus 2 plus minus 1 by root 3, then something has to be maxima, something has to be minima. How to find which one is maxima, which one is minima? So for that you need a minus sign here, because otherwise, this was my first differentiation, I make it 0, half is there, because equal to 0, so minus half is not there. But for second derivative, because you need to just find the derivative, now the sign will also matter, because you will not make it 0, 6 lambda plus 12. So now you will put 1 by 1, 1 is plus, 1 is minus. If you put the plus 1, minus 3 lambda minus 6. If you put the plus 1, minus 3, minus 2 plus 1 by root 3 minus 6. So it will be minus root 3, negative. And if you put the other one, it will be positive. So for maxima, we need the negative. So this means it is the maximum point. Now we got the maximum point. To get the maximum value of a, we know when a, for lambda, when it will be maximum point. What is the maximum point? Lambda equal to minus 2 plus 1 by root 3. At this position, A will be a maximum. So what is the value of A? That is maximum point where it will be maximum, not maximum value. You need maximum value. For that value, you need to put this one back to this equation. So if you put it, I am not doing it there. If you put it, you put this one in place of lambda, this whole cube, then whole square, then 11 into this. Finally, you will get the answer. Because if I am doing this one, that will be lots of time it will take. So I am directly writing it. You can easily solve it. So you will get this answer. So what I promised you earlier, that I will show you a different way, because I have already told you rank, that's why I have gone through rank approach. But for solution of equations, you have a determinant approach. For smaller determinant, you can try at least 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3 determinant, you can easily calculate. So you can go by determinant approach. So what is the determinant approach? Determinant approach was that first non-homogeneous you think. There will be two different cases, non-homogeneous and homogeneous. Here we are, in this question it was a case of homogeneous case. First it will be a unique, first there will be solution, unique solution. First you go for unique solution. Unique solution when determinant of A is not equal to 0. That means that will give you unique solution. Next, what you have? Infinite solution. What is infinite solution? Determinant of A is equal to 0. For infinite solution, everything has to be 0. If the entire world is 0, that means you will get the entire world. You can think of like this, otherwise you will forget. You need to, infinite means you want to conquer the whole world. That's why you need whole lot of zeros. Lots of zeros will give you lots of answer. So A is 0. Along with that, what you need? D1, D2, D3 all should be equal to 0. Now what is D1, D2, D3? D1 means you will replace the first column with B. So you will write B here. Rest columns will be same. C2, C3. Suppose A has 3 columns. C1, C2, C3. I am talking about 3 cross 3. C1, C2, C3. You will replace C1 by B, then it becomes D1. What will be D2? You replace C2 by B, then it becomes D2. If all these are 0 along with determinant A 0, then it is infinite solution. Third one is no solution. For no solution, determinant of A is 0 and at least one of D1, D2, D3 should be not equal to 0. Not all, at least one. If at least one is not equal to 0, that means you will get infinite solution. For non-homogeneous, the cases, okay, you know this one, but not so applicable. Rank is very easy, but because I want to show you, that's why I have explained this one. Now for homogeneous, you have a very fine thing, because for homogeneous always there is a zero solution is always there. Zero solution is always possible if there is a solution. So unique solution here means, this unique solution means, here unique means nothing but zero solution. So again, when determinant of A is not equal to 0. Now here one interesting thing is that I have already told you, for homogeneous no solution does not exist, if you can remember. Why? Because here D1, D2, D3 always 0. Why? Because for homogeneous, what is the equation? Ax equal to 0. Because this side is 0. So for D1, if you are replacing with B, so this is 0. So if one column is 0, determinant 0. Again for D2, if it is 0, then determinant 2. So every time it will be always 0. So if along with that, if you do this one also, then you will have infinite solution. Now why I am talking this one? Because this was a combination of homogeneous equation and you are asked to find infinite solution. Starting we have discussed, we will not go for 0 because we need 3 independent solution. So that's why we will go for infinite solution. So for infinite solution, only determinant of A is equal to 0. So without solving that rank portion, what we have solved here, it can save some time if you take the determinant of A is equal to 0. That means only this one. Minus 3 minus lambda, 0 minus 2, 1 minus 1 minus lambda 0, 0 A minus 2 minus lambda. That determinant equal to 0 will give you the answer. If you solve this one, you will directly find this expression. The expression that we got for this one. What we say? This expression. this expression you will get directly. You are getting it now? You will get the final direct expression here. That means 2a is equal to minus 1 plus lambda, 2 plus lambda, 3 plus lambda you will get. Then you can proceed with the differentiation. So we can skip some step for rank calculation. That's what I want to say here. So if we continue with next one, 41. Consider a 3 cross 3 matrix with every element equal to 1, then it's only non-zero eigenvalues. So every element is 1. So if you want to find eigenvalues, so what you will do, you will deduct lambda from the diagonal and then you will make it 0. So you can calculate the determinant. I am not showing you, I am directly writing the expression. If you solve it, it will be lambda cube plus 3 lambda square equal to 0. If you take lambda square common, then it is lambda minus 3 equal to 0. So lambda equal to 0, 0 or lambda equal to 3. So non-zero they are asking, non-zero eigenvalue, this is 3. So this is the answer. So coming back to 42 now. So 42 what they have asked? The eigenvalues of a 2 cross 2 matrix A is 2 comma minus 2, 1 comma minus 2. The eigenvector are x1 and x2. Then eigenvalues and the eigenvectors of the matrix. Some matrix I will name it so that it becomes easy. 3a plus 4i. Okay. Now again you say some polynomial of matrix. Whatever I told you earlier, that if you find a polynomial of matrix, one theorem that should strike you in your mind. Can you recall the theorem? It's Cayley-Hamilton theorem. If it's Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what does it say? So for Cayley-Hamilton, they have given eigenvalue for a, 1 and minus 2. So what will be the expression for this quadratic expression? You can find the quadratic expression lambda minus 1 into lambda plus 2, because these are the factors. So lambda square plus lambda minus 2 equal to 0. So because it is a Cayley-Hamilton theorem says that it will satisfy, so it is a square plus a minus 2y equal to 0. So you can replace this a square here to make it a simplified version. So if you put it, you will find answer 6i minus 4a. Now you can find a peculiar property, you can find a good properties of eigenvalues. So if it is a there is only a is involved and a is multiplied by scalar, then it is deducted from 6 into identity matrix. For identity matrix you also know the eigenvalues, it is always 1. So if you want to find the eigenvalues of b, just you replace the eigenvalue of b. First eigenvalue lambda was 1, so you just put 1 here. 6 into, what is eigenvalue of a? It is 1. What is eigenvalue of, it is also 1. So it is 2. One eigenvalue here 2. And next eigenvalue 6 into eigenvalue of I is always 1. Then a eigenvalue is given minus 2. So the next eigenvalue is 14. So this is a property of, so you got the eigenvalue 2 and 14. So obviously you are sure that option A and B will be correct, either of these two. Now you have to find the eigenvectors. Now for eigenvector, suppose for lambda equal to 1, they have given for A, they have given eigenvector x1. What does it means? It means a minus lambda I into x1 is equal to 0, which means, because lambda is 1, a minus I into x1 is equal to 0. This one they have given. Along with that, for x2 also they have given. For lambda equal to minus 2, the eigenvector was x2. So if you put minus 2 here, so it will be a plus 2i into x2 is equal to 0. So these two conditions they have given to me. Because these are eigenvectors, that's why these two should satisfy. Now if you want to eigenvector of b, so what should be the eigenvector of b? B minus lambda I into, suppose I am writing it y1. I don't know what is this one, whether it will be x or not. Now what is the b expression? B is 6i minus 4a. Minus, suppose I am calculating, what is the lambda for b? The lambda for b is 2 and 14. Suppose I am calculating for 2. So if I put 2i into y1 is equal to 0. So it will be 4, if you take common, I minus a into y1 is equal to 0. Or if you take minus common. So 4 you can neglect because we want to calculate only vector. So a minus I into y1 0. What does it represent? If you look at these and these, similar expression, that means y1 is nothing but x1. So the one vector is obviously x1. So from here also you can directly write the answer a, because a, the vector is given x1 and x2. So we got one x1, obviously this will be the answer, because CD was not the case earlier. You can check with this one also. Next eigenvector for lambda eigenvector of B, what was that? Another eigenvector 14. So if you put this one 14, 6i minus 4a minus, in place of lambda I am putting 14 now, 14i. Suppose it is y2 equal to 0. So now it is, if it is y2 equal to 0, if you put it, it will be, if you take common minus 4, then it will be 2i plus a into y2 equal to 0. Now what does it, again you can forget minus, so 2i plus, because I am considered about the vector only, so vector linear multiplication you can neglect. So these and these, if you look, both are same, that means y2 is also is equal to x2. So obviously option A is the correct option. I think the last one for today, that is 43. A is a 4x3 real matrix with rank 2. Which of the following is true? Yesterday I have already discussed this one. The rank of AB should be equal to rank of A. Or if it is with respect to transpose, you can think of rank of A transpose into A is equal to rank of A. There is a theorem. Because it is 2, that's why the answer will be equal to 2. Suppose you don't know the, again I am going one more trick. You don't know the theorem. You don't know this theorem in the exam. But you can feel, because it is a general question for any 4x3 matrix they are saying with rank 2. So you can assume a simplest 4x3 matrix A of rank 2, 4x3. So because it is rank 2, it will be something of this fashion. Simple. I am taking the simplest one. The last two rows should be 0 because rank is 2. And here you can put anything. But I am taking 0, 0 because it is the simplest case. This is A. So if you take A transpose, because you need to find A transpose into A, so it will be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, then all 0. Then you multiply A transpose into A and see the rank. What is the case of rank? If it is 2, then it obviously equals to 2. A transpose into A I am calculating. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is the simplest. If you don't know the theorem. If it is a general approach, you take it the simplest form you can have with you and you can try. Whether you are getting some conclusion, you see the options. It should be true for all A. So if you are taking one general case, it should be true for that case. You check the options which satisfies with you. If you multiply this one, what will be this one? 1. If you multiply this with this, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Next is 0, 0. If you multiply this with this, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Next, if you multiply these and this, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. And rest you will get 0. So what is the rank of this one getting? 2. So it is equal, which is the equal of rank of A. So obviously option B is the correct option. So if you don't know any theorem also, you check whether it is a general question or not. If it is a general question, you try to take a as simplest as you can a matrix, then you try to generalize it. Okay, that's all for today.